We do this all the time. It's like we'll have like a good shit happen to us. You know, we pass our classes, we get successful at like getting this girl's number and shit, or like we have like a good time, bro. Like we get vacation and like go have like a fun time and shit. But then one bad thing happens. Maybe like like spill your drink or some shit. And like now your like favorite shirt is dirty, or you trip and you bruise your elbow or something. Now all of a sudden you forget about every single positive like shit that happened to you, and now you're like focused on like this one thing that's so insignificant that you'll probably forget about it in like 2 weeks, but we're so focused on it. And you have these like negative thoughts always saying like we're not good enough, you know, we're not like, we don't look good enough, we're like incompetent as hell and shit. And it's like a lot of it stems from like your childhood. I know for a lot of us, bro, like we've been compared by like our parents and shit. I know for me personally, I have a friend, right, and he is super smart, like the smartest dude I know. I've grown up with him, and we've always been like kind of rivals and shit in school. Like we always try to see like who can do better on the other, on like schoolwork and shit. And he is all, I was like right here, and he's always been like a couple like steps ahead of me and shit in like education wise. And like I've always been compared to him, bro. Like my mom especially would be like, "Why can't you be more like him? Why can't you like focus on your schoolwork and shit?" And then he goes off to like UCLA, and my mom's like, "You see, this is what happens when you don't study. You don't get into like UCLA and shit." You know, my mom's not doing it on purpose, but like what the effect this has, like comparing yourself to other people, is like detrimental to your mental health, man. Like now you're constantly thinking like, I'm not gonna be good enough unless I'm like him. I'm not gonna be good enough unless I'm passing my classes. I'm never gonna be good enough unless I'm able to like become a player and shit. Like go run through these O's and shit. You know, you're insecure about picking up girls, and now you feel like you won't be good enough until you get like 100 girls numbers and like ask out 100 girls and shit. You insecure about your body, and like you feel like you won't be good enough until you have the six pack. You have like defining muscles on like each part of your body and shit. And it's like, you need to chill out with the negative self-talk. It doesn't benefit you at all. Like, you know, you're always gonna take losses and shit. This last video that I posted was an L for me, but that's not gonna stop me from making more videos, bro. All you can do is just keep moving forward, trying to be better than the last time, because you're always gonna make mistakes, bro. You're always going to like have something that's like stopping you from like achieving what you want to achieve, like maybe like a slip up or like some sort of failure that's gonna bound to happen, and you learn from it. You take the lessons you learn from that failure, you implement it, you study it, and then you do better next time. That's how you're supposed to move on with like your day-to-day life. But we're grown up and we're taught, like the education system, bro, like we're taught that if you fail, you fail, bro. Like if you fail on this test, you fail on like your schoolwork and shit, you fail the class, and now you're not going to be able to graduate and shit because you failed all your classes. But it's not even how life works, bro. Like you can have like 10 L's in a row. You can fail in your business, you can fail in your love life, you can fail in your diet and shit, you can fail in like taking care of your health, taking care of your mental health. You've already taken so many L's, but that's not going to stop you from succeeding. Imagine if you stopped walking, trying to stop walking when you're a baby, bro. If you fall one time when you're trying to walk as a baby, imagine you never stop walking again just because you fell one time. You gotta just pick yourself back up and keep going. And social media too, bro. I hate social media so much. I can go on about it in like a whole nother video. But it's like social media, like it forces you to compare yourself to other people, whether or not it's conscious or not. Like you see somebody who has like a nice car and shit. They got like designer clothes and shit. They have like a nice girl beside them and shit, and you want to be like this person, and you're like, damn, bro. You start glamorizing their life, you start comparing yourself to them, like, I wish I was him, bro. But then you don't know about like the other shit that he's been through. You don't know that if he's like broke as hell, he's just flexing and shit. He probably has like a rental car. He's probably like $2,000 in debt, credit debt. This girl, he probably like, I don't know, he's probably like an OnlyFans model or some shit. But the point is, you can't be so hard on yourself just because you're not in a point in life where you want to be, bro. Maybe you don't have like a nice physique. Maybe you're overweight by like 20 pounds, or you're like bone skinny and shit. That doesn't mean you can't work on yourself and become better. But what you can't do is just immediately think to yourself that you're not good enough. you're never gonna be good enough. These type of thoughts are so toxic to you, bro. Because what happens if you always keep thinking about this to yourself? You keep thinking you're not good enough. You're actually gonna convince yourself that you're not good enough. Your brain's gonna actually like stop wanting to progress further because you've made that connection that you're not good enough. So why even try? Why even try becoming like a pro basketball player if you know you're not good enough? You're handicapping yourself before you can even reach your full potential, bro. Like you can make all this growth, but because you think you're not good enough, all you can make is like that much. Like you can't so you need to stop like handicapping yourself. You're so much better than that. You can make so much more progress in your life if you stop thinking you're not good enough, because the truth is you are good enough. Like I want you to think about like all the mistakes in your life. Like just close your eyes and visualize this. Think about like all the mistakes you've made in your life. Like younger version of yourself, the person who's like constantly screwing up and making mistakes. I just want you to look at yourself and say, I'm sorry and I forgive you. Because the truth is you can't be holding yourself accountable for all your mistakes. Yes, you can learn from it, but you can't just push yourself down into the grave just for all your mistakes, bro. That's not a good way to be living and shit. If you're constantly making the same mistake over and over again, yeah, bro, then you need to like snap the fuck out of it and actually improve on it, bro. If you like, what J. Cole say, like, fool me one time, blame on you. Fool me twice, can put the blame on you, bro. If you make a mistake once, okay, that's fine. You can grow from it. You make it a second time, that's on you. You can't put the blame on everybody else if you make a mistake a second time. If you make a mistake a third time, okay, bro, now it's like, I don't even know what to say, bro. Like, if you truly can't forgive yourself for like any mistakes you made, anything that's caused you like this trauma where you can't actually stop yourself from thinking that you're not good enough, well, here I am to tell you that you're good enough, that it's okay, bro. It's okay that you made all those mistakes in your life. But what's not okay is that you keep making those mistakes when you know better, when you know that you can improve, you can do better. So I want us to be better. I want us to actually like succeed in our life, succeed in actually achieving our goals and shit, not handicapping ourselves. Just stop being so hard on yourself.